So today we have another desktop gadget, but first let's read the title because I always love these titles. Smart Wi-Fi Weather Forecast Station, bed clock for streaming desktop decoration, and electronic album with full screen, GIF animation colour yellow. So at this point I think you guys might know I'm a little bit obsessed with little quirky desktop gadgets from Aliexpress. It's something I love to buy. This one is no exception. You may have seen this one before. So in the box you get a Type-C cable and then you get the actual thing itself. This one is by GeekMagic. Nothing too much on the box there. A few little details, but nothing that important. Inside we have the device itself, which I do think is quite nifty. You know, it looks alright, doesn't it? Pull that off, because we're going to want to see that screen. Not the best peel in the world, that was it. And then we have our user manual here. So that's that. Let's get it plugged in and see what it can do. So before we plug it in, not too much on the screen. Little bit of ventilation and of course our Type-C, and here we go. Seems to boot straight up. Looks like it's connecting to Wi-Fi. So here we have the iPad and it's saying we can scan this, so I'm just going to go here. Right, so now we've connected to it. It's straight away brought this up. If this doesn't automatically come up, like when you connect to like free Wi-Fi and stuff in restaurants, and it comes up like that page. It came up like one of them. You can also just type in that IP address and you'll access it the same way. So we're going to get this connected to our network first. So what we're going to do is click network and we're going to look for our Wi-Fi. So now we've connected it to the Wi-Fi, it rebooted, and you can see that we have a few different things going on the screen. It is flashing its IP, because now it's connected to the home Wi-Fi network. We need another way to connect to it. We can't connect to it and then its IP address. So we just put the IP address in and we've got a few different things that we can select from here. So let's have a little play and see what we've got. So of course there's our network. We have our weather. We can change the weather here. You can select which type of these you like. Temperature, wind speed. I'm not really sure what atmospheric pressure is. And we can also set an interval for our weather update every 20 minutes. And then there's just some API stuff. There is a GitHub page for this product as well. I'm not too sure about all that, and there's some little GIFs there as well. So we can also select our time here, you know, and what colour we want our clock to be. So let's say we want to change the colour of the hour time. Let's make it green, and we click save. And that updated pretty quickly there. I don't know if you noticed before we clicked save, the seconds was actually white, even though it was set as orange on here. Don't know if that was some sort of weird setting. But yeah, if you want, you can also enable different time. I prefer 24-hour time myself. You can also change your date format. So if you like American, you can have the month, day, year. And there are a couple of different font things here. And I'm guessing this is where you can change all your images. So we can set different things up on here. I wonder what happens if we set this, because that isn't, obviously that isn't a touch screen. So we set that. It hasn't done anything on there yet. I have no idea. Well, maybe we'll come back to that one. Let's go to the settings. Maybe this is where the pictures come from. Maybe if I presume we probably got this one. Yeah. And there's the weather forecast clock. Guessing this is the photo album that it was showing on the other page. I'm thinking this might change every 5 seconds going by what the pictures tab said. Right, let's try setting that one. Oh, I thought at first maybe someone was like being a big Van Gogh fan, but here we have some GIFs, or we have a Pikachu GIF. Let's see what this one is. So obviously you can upload your own, a little bit of Nyan Cat. That screen as well. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but damn, that's a really nice little screen for playing some GIFs on. So let's just go back to settings and have a look at some more of these clocks. So that's time style 1. That's time style 2. That's quite nice. That's 3. Very simple. Simple weather clock. And you can have it switching between themes. So I'm wondering if we have it on weather and we have the photo album and we're just going to make this 3 seconds just because we're doing the video and we can see it maybe be a bit annoying. But yeah, see, I don't think it's going to change. It's been far more than 3 seconds. It does not want to work. Maybe it has to be 10 seconds. There's no button either. It would be kind of nice if there's like a little button or like a touch sensitive thing on top so you could just like flick between. I know it said that was experimental. I'll let it off. Doesn't seem to want to work. I wonder if it's something to do with the photo album. I wonder if we go between time. Oh, hang on. Did I have to enable that? Hang on, guys. This might be my fault. Enable. Save. I think it was my fault. So we've got the GIF. And there we are. It changed back. A little bit of a delay there. but it definitely works now. That's the thing, you got to make sure you click at the right settings. I like that. I'll probably turn it off for the time being. And it's even got a brightness at night mode. How cool's that? Now that is pretty cool. I do like that. There's a way to upgrade the firmware. Which, like I said, there is. So we're currently on, I'm presuming 9.403. Is there one for more? And look at that. There is actually some updates on there. I won't be doing that in this video, but yeah, there's definitely something there to play with. I do like the way you can upload your own pictures. I wonder if with this photo album one, is it going to play something else? I want it to be more of an album. Maybe you got to turn that on, and then it's going to do it every, yeah. There you are. I don't understand that. There's a few different things, but playing around with it for a bit, that isn't bad, to be honest with you. It's going down that list, and it says here you can upload your own JPEGs or GIFs. Files should be 240 by 240, and apparently there's some more files that you could download here. Are these just the ones that are in here? Yeah, there's some little interesting things that they've added in the GitHub. So I'm going to say let's download this and try and upload it ourselves. So let's upload an image. Right, photo library. So you can't click upload, you got to click the thing. And there's our image. And so now we've clicked the file. Now, I guess now we click upload, ready to upload. And it's doing it. Where will it be? So it's taken a while. It is a little bit slow. I'm guessing in progress, this is the percentage. It really is taking a while, and I've noticed as well, while it's been uploading, it stopped moving on the screen itself. I don't think I've mentioned the price of this, why I'm like ragging on it for taking a bit of time. I think this was about £10, about 15 USD. Not bad. It's not massive, but it's not supposed to be either. It comes in an array of colours, and it'll fit nicely on the desktop. It's nicely angled up. I don't know if you can see that. It comes nicely up a bit. Right, where is our file? It's in here somewhere. It's a GIF, or it should be a GIF. No, that's Pikachu. There's 11 files. I didn't pay attention to what the file name was. Maybe it's this top one. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, maybe it is the top one. So I think that's it. I think something went wrong when it uploaded, just because it's 0 bytes. I'm going to try and find a smaller GIF because... So I'm going to download this GIF off their thing. I think maybe the size was too big. So actually I'm going to go with this one. It's only 504 kilobytes. The other one was 1.2 megabytes. So we're going to go with this one. I'm going to delete that off there and try again. So maybe this was the actual issue. Now looking back, it's saying free space, 1199 kilobytes. That other GIF might have been too big. So maybe this is all the room you've got on here. So maybe that's something to think about, because a lot of these images are very small. But of course, 240 by 240 is not massive. Right, that should be it. It's got a file size now. And now the size is updated. And there we are. So that was the issue all along, guys. There wasn't enough storage on the device itself. But there you can see that GIF. That's kind of cool. I do like this a lot. Downside, not a lot of space. What's that? 2, maybe 3 mega memory. That's really not a lot of space. That's you're getting floppy disk territory there, guys. I suppose you could delete these images. What's that one? Trouble is, bet this is that's the Pikachu one. That's like the best one on here. But if you found a GIF without a lot of frames or something, or just pictures, that looks equally cool. Or even just on the clock mode. The clock mode, in my opinion, is probably the best. I think we can change this as well. So now we've gone back to the weather screen. I was just thinking this spaceman, we've seen that before. We can actually select a different GIF. Yeah, so for this screen, you need an 80 by 80 pixel GIF. I think they actually put some on here. Yeah, they've got some 80 by 80s on here. So I'm going to put this one on the device itself as well. So let's just go back. Now we've got our 80 by 80. And if we upload, and there we are. Upload on there. Of course, now we're taking up more memory with this one as well, but I think it's going to look a lot better using a black background GIF instead of whatever this is down here. And here we are. It's not a completely black background, so it doesn't look perfect. The spaceman does look pretty good. Now, the egg doesn't look bad, and that little fire doesn't look bad either. Maybe something more like that with the black background is definitely going to be the way to go. Yeah, there's quite a few options there for playing around with it. And of course, does it save? We'll just double check. So we'll unplug it and we'll plug it back in. We'll see how long it takes to actually connect now as well. Now it's got its own Wi-Fi signal and that. Shouldn't be too long. It's got its new IP. And there we are. Not too bad, and it does save its settings as well. I want to know what you guys think about this interesting clock thing from Team. Is it worth it? Would you buy one? I think it's pretty neat. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you next time.